Well.
Happened again.
It happened again.
Despite, I may add, the best efforts of pretty much everyone involved in the grounds to try and get the match started, because, and we'll dwell on this later on, we saw a very rushed attempt at getting the toss done, which succeeded. But as soon as the toss was done, pretty much straight after, you're getting to dissect team sheets, impact players, and it pours again. And at that point, you're thinking, man, there's no way that you're going to have anything happening. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens. At about 10:49 p.m. local time, the captains come out, they shake hands, they end up talking to the ground staff and everything. And that's it. Match abandoned.
Without a ball bowled. And for KKR now, 2 straight games.
2 straight games of washouts. 3 straight rain-impacted games.
Yeah.
Because even the game against MI, which was at home, was truncated. It was a 16-over-a-side match.
Game. Yep.
So it's very unideal, really, going into the playoffs, having not actually won, I would say, but having not played in 2 back-to-back complete games. It's very, very unfortunate in that regard.
Yeah.
But that is how it is when it comes to the elements, the weather elements. You can't really control it. That's just the sad reality of how it goes. But the good news is KKR were anyway confirmed top finishers. They remain on top with 20 points, a pretty good haul. And the big news, it is going to be KKR versus SRH for qualifier 1, because
so now with this result, all the 70 league games of the IPL are done.
Oh man,
it's done. So now you have our 4 confirmed teams, and the playoff schedule has also been done. Kolkata Knight Riders will take on Sunrisers Hyderabad on the 21st. At the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. Following that, you will have the eliminator between Rajasthan Royals and Royal Challengers Bengaluru. It's a royal battle. That will be the eliminator. A battle royale. So the format is simple. Whoever wins qualifier 1 gets a straight ticket to Chepauk. Whoever loses qualifier 2 and wins eliminator. That eliminator, they will have to play qualifier 2. Eliminator, whoever loses is out.
Simple
as I have been saying all through the season, the final will be between KKR and Sunrisers Hyderabad. So you will see the glimpses of them playing in the qualifier 1. Then KKR will be going directly to the final.
Yes.
Then you will see them Sunrisers again beating Royal Challengers Bangalore, because Rajasthan and RCB will be fighting off in the eliminator.
Yep.
Rajasthan Royals will get eliminated the same day. RCB and Sunrisers will face off in the qualifier 2. Then you will see a final of KKR versus SRH.
Where it all
and you will also see Gautam Gambhir holding the trophy at the Chepauk Stadium.
Saran has gone ahead and predicted everything there is to be.
I just have one song or one tune to hum.
Because one has to really feel for Rajasthan Royals, sitting top of the table for most of the time. Now they're finishing 3rd.
Yeah.
Much of it on their own volition. Yes. How do you lose 4 straight games on the trot?
Yep, and if you look at it, see, earlier in the competition, Rajasthan Royals had some luck going their way. I mean, for example, the Punjab Kings game at Mullapur, they tried their damnedest to lose it.
Yeah.
But they somehow won. True. GT, that last over finish, it was a sign that if you take it deep, you're going to be in trouble. So, that was the decline. After that game against Punjab Kings, which they just about won, cracks were visible. So, 0 plus 0.273, Rajasthan Royals will end with, and that is why they are in the 3rd position. From being number 1, they had 16 points. They're the first to get to 16. But yet they'll be in 3rd.
They only got to 16 points based on their win and losses.
Yes.
Because they lost 4 games and they got to 17 of a technicality that the game was abandoned. Trust me, if this had gone forward, I do not think they would have probably won this match. Huh?
Yeah, it wasn't, because and that too, KKR had chosen to bowl first.
Yeah, the right decision. Always the right decision. Bat second in a rain-impacted game. Whatever demons are there on the pitch, please let your opponents have at it. You then get to know whatever the equation is and go for it.
But KKR have travelled thousands of miles and had 2 washed out games.
I think it's worth terrible. When you get your 3rd trophy, it's worth. All the travel was worth. It will be proven worth this Sunday.
Okay, so according to Saransh, KKR SRH, KKR will beat SRH, go directly to Chepauk.
Yeah.
Rajasthan Royals will lose to Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Can RCB conquer their ultimate, you may say that stage where they have always not done well? Qualified
stage,
2,
right.
Yeah, qualified 2 in 2014, qualified 2 in 2022. Can they overcome the jinx in 2024? Maybe they might, or maybe they may not.
There is a reason actually, because the momentum they have been riding on.
Ha.
They have won 6 matches on the trot.
Yes,
They are here.
yes.
Rajasthan lost 4 out of them. This has been washed out.
Washed.
No game time for Rajasthan.
Yep.
In a long time. Bengaluru, the way they have won yesterday's match gives them a lot of boost and confidence.
Yeah.
You have seen an emotional Virat Kohli on the field. You have seen a pumped up Faf du Plessis on the field. So much so that MS had to go back without shaking hands because they were too busy in celebrating. So I think the momentum is their way.
Yep.
They can easily, if I had to pick today, I'll easily pick RCB over Rajasthan.
Yeah, because momentum is definitely on their side. I mean, RR, sadly, they were, as we said, they reached 16 points, then stayed stuck there. They're like, "Bas, ho gaya hamara."
Ho gaya.
That's it, done.
Butler, I have just seen that video. You know, Butler, while he was leaving the cab, he's saying, "Now you will quick FaceTime me with the IPL trophy." When he left,
Yeah.
he didn't knew. Once he left, this might be the condition. They will be fighting for the eliminator. They will fighting the eliminator.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so that is why Rajasthan are only themselves to blame. I'm sorry. And because of that, Sunrisers did what they had to do. They won.
They saw shades of what they did last year, I would say. Last year also promising start, then lost momentum, middle table, and then middle of the table, and then somehow scraped through.
Yeah.
No, last year they didn't scrape through. They finished
Yeah.
This
Last
entire-
year, yeah, exactly, and never could get up after that because of the inconsistencies.
Yeah, I mean, look at
This
it.
year though had all the momentum.
But they have lost it at the worst time possible.
Exactly.
And Sunrisers Hyderabad versus KKR. Remember that match, the first time they faced was the first thriller in IPL 2024, where KKR just hung in by the skin of their
Runs.
teeth.
Harshit Rana
Yeah.
getting those 2
Suyash
wickets.
Surya
catch.
Sharma flying.
Yeah.
Surya Sharma. Short
Surya
five.
Sharma, and you're going to have it once again in Ahmedabad this time, where I think the pitch and the ground dimensions might be the difference maker, because you look at it, Ahmedabad is slightly bigger.
Yeah, but it is also one of the best batting pitches in this country.
Yeah.
So I think you're in for a high scoring game either way.
You are.
But can we at this point just try and see what the weather prediction for Tuesday is?
Okay, so as of now, I'll just, you guys carry on. I'll
No,
just
I actually have heard, and again, you can verify the veracity of that for me, is that there is a rain prediction pretty much throughout this week, regardless of what venue you're playing in. But don't forget, you do have reserve days for the knockout games.
knockout. Yeah.
You
No,
do have
only for the final, I think.
Are you
have.
sure? No, I remember
Yeah.
seeing on Bradman that they have reserve.
Well, Tuesday is 43 degrees and 31 degrees with the sun absolutely blazing down
In Ahmedabad.
Okay, that's
On both Tuesday and Wednesday.
No precipitation.
No precipitation whatsoever.
that.
Okay.
So precipitation, as far as it's concerned, it's anywhere between 0% and 1%.
That's nothing.
As far as Ahmedabad is concerned. But again, look, Ahmedabad can have an isolated storm, but I don't think that will impact the game that much if you look at it. So,
God, I hope not.
yeah, because look, we don't want a repeat of a 3-day final. Please.
And don't forget, this time around, the grace period that's given is 2 hours extra.
Yeah, 2 hours. 2 hours. At least it's like not the World T20 semi-final.
4 hours.
4 hours.
250 minutes.
So how many players are staying back from India's squad? If they have to travel in 2 batches.
See,
25
Virat-
and 26.
Virat is there.
Yeah.
25, 26 they're traveling.
So two players from RCB,
Virat and Siraj.
Virat Siraj, and you've got 4 players from Rajasthan: Sanju, Yuzi,
Jaiswal.
Yashasvi,
And Avesh.
and Avesh.
Avesh
no
are
one from
traveling with
Kolkata,
us.
no from Hyderabad.
And no one from Sunrisers.
6 players.
6 players.
That's what's said.
Yep. So, but and I don't know why they changed the date. 21st and 26th made so much more sense. But now one batch is going on 25, the other batch is going on 27th. I really don't understand why they had to change the date. Okay.
Maybe they didn't get tickets.
So the reason that
The
was
Indian team and
cited,
BCCI are not getting tickets.
the
Yeah,
reason
they
that
booked him late.
was cited was that they were waiting for the warm-up schedule to come out.
So
Once
they didn't get
that
tickets?
was out,
It is out?
they realized that India are playing only one match.
Yeah.
And what will they go going so much or so many days in advance?
But they need some time to acclimatize and everything.
So 4-5 days for that.
Oh, 3 days
And
only.
first match anyways on the 5th.
days, yeah.
So effectively, the way they are looking at it is that you would have been in the country for 10 days by the time you play your first match.
Acclimatized to what precisely? I don't know. Acclimatized to the
time-
format, so yeah, maybe the time will
Time
be the only
zone
thing.
and the
See,
jet lag and everything.
I once asked a chess player, okay, he had gone to the West Coast. They are at least going to the East Coast. Thank God for that.
Yeah, because West Coast has a totally different time
Totally
zone.
different. It's 4 hours away. Okay,
Correct.
then East Coast. He said it took him 3 days to adjust to the jet lag. 3 days.
It takes time.
It takes time, and again, as compared to the 2010 schedule, the IPL ended much earlier. They went later, and see what happened. You can't take time like that, and I
I think Siddharth, now logic is not how and when you're going.
True.
Now it's just about India
India,
and how they
Pakistan,
perform in those crunch matches.
Yeah.
You know, none of this will count for anything. You will again go past the league stage. Super 8's also, you know, you're
See,
expected
all
to-
the games in US, you have to take it with a pinch of salt, because you are heading into the West Indies where conditions will be polar opposites.
Potentially.
Barbados, Saint Lucia, and Antigua. 3 venues, 3 different kind of situations. And if India is playing in Guyana, Lord help
the
you.
semi-final, if India make it, which
Second
is
semi-final.
second semi-final, India will be playing in Guyana.
It's a slow,
No
dogged track.
reserve day, my friend.
Yeah.
For India
No
semi-final.
reserve day.
So you're basically playing an ODI. Because 7 hours you have to
7 hours,
wait.
yeah.
7, 8 hours.
8 up to 8 hours that match could go.
Face palm all the time when you look at
We
it.
have time to brace ourselves because we're talking about a good month's time by the time second semi-final will be played. Today is what, 20th now effectively?
Yeah, it's
in
gonna be
another
20th.
hour's time.
Yeah.
You'll have around 20th, 22nd, 20, no.
It's 27th.
26th.
26th, yeah.
27th is your
Travel
day
day,
and 28th.
29th is your final.
Final. 27th is the final.
27th is the, no. 27th is your break day.
27th is travel day, 28th is break, and 29th is
Then to the final, yeah.
Face palm. So thank you so much for the scheduling, and by the way, they've already cut to that. So that shows how it is. By the end of the league stages, RR and KKR desperately tried to get a game in, as Shane said, desperately.
Oh, they tried very, very hard.
I
Because
mean,
they-
he suddenly did
The
I think-
haphazard manner in which things panned out today, it broke convention, it broke the protocol, if there is any. I'll say that with a pinch of salt, the
No,
word
don't.
protocol.
Say it with fact, there isn't.
And that was just vibes. Yes, you understand the commentator is going to be there, and you know these are all colleagues at some point and whatnot. But out of nowhere, Deepdas Gupta just begins with the toss. Nobody, you were expecting that the inspection, since visuals were being streamed live, you thought that okay, this is just part of the inspection. Cut to it.
Minutes before,
even before you know the
Deepdas
toss is
Gupta
happening.
was talking to Gambhir and the match referee and Chandrakant Pandit. They were having a discussion about something. Now, the next visual you see is a cameraman standing there, Deepdas Gupta standing in background holding a mic. Still, I don't know, umpires was taking a walk in the outfield, they were checking the ground with their foots and everything, and suddenly the camera cuts to
The toss.
the toss.
We were all caught unawares. I mean,
Took even the broadcaster took by surprise. The captains were surprised.
Yeah,
They
the
didn't even-
host was like, okay, we were taken off guard. Deeps has given us some information over there. The toss has happened.
Sanju
and
Samson came in a hurry. He said Nandre Burger might come in. I don't know exactly
Yeah.
cuts to. So even Shreyas said, let's see how the game goes. And as of now, Anukul Roy comes in and everything. I don't know what was the hurry.
I know, I mean, they thought that they could get in a game, but then you actually hurt the fan. Because now that you had the toss, it constitutes a match. No, so they won't get any kind of refund. The refund will be very minuscule if it is.
I mean, honestly, they should do the right thing and just refund the entirety of this thing because there was no action. Simple as.
You were seeing a Riyan Parag, bent over the pitch, checking the pitch again and again.
And then
Suddenly
boom, toss.
Yeah, toss.
Huh? I'm like, what? Huh?
while he was still checking every.
Umpires were checking. There was a prominent wet patch at mid-on and mid-off.
Siddharth was just saying that upstairs as well. There's two visible patches in mid-on and mid-off, and suddenly toss is happening.
Yeah. And okay, look, Mother Nature gave it back. They tried to get it, but no, the rain pelted.
Good.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Because
Covers-
it didn't look like safe conditions.
It didn't. But again, look at it, desperation. They had to get in a match because, okay, if it was dry, even a minuscule bit, get a game in so that at least RR had a chance. Home condition, home team. But KKR had a chance.
But
Why not?
anyhow, speaking about the home team, 4 matches now, rather 5, winless in 5 matches effectively.
Yeah.
That's
The strangest points table I'll ever see.
yeah.
RCB with 5 Ws, make it at the 4th position. RR with 4 losses and 1 no result are in the 3rd
Probably
position.
the first time, and definitely the first time since the 2 new teams were inducted, that a team goes into the top 4 with such horrendous form. Well, let's see what happens. But if at all, let's
Maybe
spend
Delhi
time.
Capitals and RCB in 2020, maybe that comes closer. Because even Delhi had suffered a slump.
No, but it wasn't this bad.
It wasn't this bad?
It wasn't.
No,
this
it
bad.
wasn't this bad.
It wasn't this bad.
Because they finished 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Not this bad. Not this.
Because
Bad.
Rajasthan were top of the table and suddenly they lost 1, lost 2 and they kept on losing.
Yeah.
So much so that before today's Sunrisers came, they were 2nd and then they are pushed out to
I
3rd.
think
with
Delhi won 2 of the last 5. That is the kind of form.
Ah,
that they have.
yes.
But definitely not what Rajasthan have right now. But if at all, let's if you were to give Rajasthan some chance, let's say, what is it that Rajasthan need to do right to be able to challenge the RCB of now?
They need to put whatever has happened behind them. Because listen, past is past. Knockouts are kind of a fresh start. You don't know what can happen on a given day, and you have to play your best cricket. Because if you lose, you're out. You don't have an option but to play your best cricket. So they need to do that. They need to rediscover that mojo, and it's more a mental thing. Again, the players are good. It's a very set looking side. Players are good, but oh man, they all seem to have some collective failures on some days or the other, and you will have wondering what's happening. They need to put that behind them. That's the only thing they can do, because RCB come in with 2 things. One, the fact that they made it this far is in itself an achievement, and that's not me belittling them. But for a team to be at 10th at one point to then make it as far as 4th, anything after this is a bonus.
After 8 games, they had a 0.2% of qualification chances.
Because
After
they had
8
just
games.
one win.
0.2%.
They went 1 full month without winning a single game.
And this odd was lower than Australia's odd against Afghanistan. There it was 0.6.
That's 0.2 and they are the 4th position.
They're in the 4th position.
But I think, one more point to add, Rajasthan will be missing Joss Butler big time.
Yeah.
Now, at this stage,
Yes.
you need your big time player
blokes,
to,
yeah.
to perform.
Yeah, I mean, see, Joss Butler was the guy who hit a century against RCB
Against KKR.
and also RCB.
See, that's the thing. He was the guy who he wasn't getting you consistent knocks, but was stepping up when the situation so demanded. Now you don't have that player. It will be a bit of a miss, especially when you consider that Yashasvi Jaiswal hasn't been in the best of form. Sanju's form has been hit or miss past few games.
One good knock I remember of
Riyan
his.
Parag is the only player who is being
Just one
consistent
good
so
knock that I remember of Sanju's. Otherwise, since the time that the squad came out, it's been a mixed bag. Rather, just 2 notable performances.
Yeah, against Delhi, that 86.
86, and then there was a 50 as well, I think, that he scored. So 2 notable knocks I can think of in the last 5 matches.
Yep.
But otherwise, it's been a collective failure. No one person can be pinpointed in terms of Rajasthan, because the whole unit has failed.
Hetmeyer's injury and loss of form also has come at a very odd time. Roman Powell or Hetmeyer? What do? There's big confusion in that.
I don't understand why they stick with Rodman that
Paul
much.
to yaar, they're batting at number 7, number 3.
They were batting
He's being
Hetmeyer
sent
also
up
at 7.
the order.
But
Yeah,
number
that's fine.
7, really, you get to bat and Ashwin ahead of him. Jurel goes ahead of Rodman Paul. He lost a couple of matches because of those stupid decisions.
And also the
They got saved. Remember the same team that played Tanush as well?
Tanush Kotian.
as an opener.
As an opener, they escaped the other day. But how often will that happen? On a couple of occasions that Rodman should have been bat. You see a Ravichandran Ashwin and Dhruv Jurel walking out.
And also my problem isn't so much with them batting a Jurel. At least he's a pure batter. But with Rodman, if you're going to use him and bat him at number 7, okay. Why are you not using his bowling? He's an all-rounder. He bowls for his country. Fine. Dibbly-dobblies, whatever. Arey Baba, at least he's there for that reason. Otherwise, then you may as well play Hetmeyer.
Captain of his
if you have
national
no,
team.
if you have
Captain
no
of the
faith.
Hetmeyer, I think, is only missing out because of injury.
And the West Indies board have told Rajasthan Royals, don't be
mess
in the
around.
squad. Don't
Rush him
take
in.
any kind of issues with his injury. Don't-
Hetmeyer, that is.
Yeah, so that's why. See, Rajasthan, even Yuzi Chahal has had a couple of bad games.
Couple? More than a couple.
After the selection, I'm talking
After
about.
the selection,
Yeah,
only he's had more than a couple. He hasn't had a single one game.
It's been more
He
misses than
60,
hits.
64 runs the other day.
More misses
Ashwin, as always, continues to flummox us. I mean, if you want to get Ashwin up the order, good luck in committing harakiri. Very good luck, because why are you not willing to promote him?
It's only Rajasthan that see him as a pinch hitter, and maybe they are over analyzing that one knock of his against Delhi.
Yeah.
That was the time it paid off.
Thank you, Delhi Capitals,
Yes.
for giving a false sense of bravado each and every time. RCB are getting that confidence because of DC in the WPL. Thank you, Delhi Capitals.
I remember your discussions from the beginning of this season's IPL. After every Rajasthan game, you guys used to talk about, they just escaped.
Yeah.
They just escaped this. Now,
I don't remember a game where they were like dominant.
Someday their batting promotions didn't make sense, but they won. Someday the bowling changes didn't make sense, they won. But at the end of the day, it all came back. It's called the law of averages. It all clicked. They are third because of those many. They might have won few games, but they've lost as well. They have not set bat. I think the only positive this season for them has been Riyan Parag, who has been performing with good.
Yep.
He came good with the bat. Yashasvi, some knock here and there. Sanju was not good, after post this squad announcement. Butler is now gone. Bolt has not been as effective as a Trent Bolt name goes. So
Nandre also injured and now not in rhythm. So Yuzi and Ashwin not firing consistently as it in 22 and 23. That's going to hurt them.
The other day you sent Ashwin above and Hetmeyer, and that match against KKR, Pal came just below, and you have yourself to blame now. You're third, and you might get knocked out as well on Tuesday or Wednesday. It doesn't matter.
I mean, RR's slump came via full toss. Bhuvaneshwar. Roman Powell. One run. They lost by 1 run. The second 1 run loss that the side has had in the IPL. Again a full toss dented RCB.
Yeah.
No full toss
That he ended up bottom edging straight.
So one is at third, one is at fourth.
Exactly.
1 run win, 1 run loss, 1 run loss.
So that's where, RR at this point in time, they face an uphill task, and I don't see them as the favourites. I think RCB are the favourites heading into the eliminator. Looking at the win that Saran said against CSK, tremendous boost. That was the one bogey team that they had to overcome, and they have done it. So that's why.
What a redemption story for Yash Dayal.
Yeah.
You conceded 29 last year. You defended 17. Or you defended 11
of 5.
11 of 5. Look at that.
Yeah. Imagine
bowling to a MS Dhoni in these situations.
No, you know what will complete the redemption
I
story?
was never sitting on my chair yesterday at home when Yash Dayal got tonked for that 110-meter 6.
Yeah.
I thought, what will he
100 meter,
bowl? Where will he
110
bowl?
meter, yeah.
Where will he bowl?
I know. But you know what will be the ultimate redemption story, okay? Suppose it's KKR versus RCB in the final.
And he gets Rinku Singh.
He defends of Rinku Singh and gets him out.
Oh, not happening.
That will be, but man, then will be the ultimate redemption.
Obviously, but KKR put out a tweet, appreciation tweet for Yash Dayal the other day.
And Rinku Singh also shared a story in appreciation of him. Don't forget, leave
teammates.
aside the domestic teammates. In fact, Rinku would have captained Yash Dayal in certain seasons. There's obviously a camaraderie there. Pretty sure Rinku would have felt he would have probably done that to any other bowler but him.
So tomorrow we may be kind of getting some withdrawal symptoms because 70 matches.
Oh, I won't get withdrawal symptoms. I'll take the break.
I know. We all need the break, but then sure. But one day, then again 2 days you have the qualifier and the eliminator, and one more day break.
Eliminator,
then
qualified to final.
Yeah, so that's why. So let's take some questions. 70 matches, and we started on March 22nd.
22nd.
22nd. Okay, so that is 8 plus 30, 9 plus 30, 39
59 days.
59 days.
Now, yeah, you did the package. Yes.
59 days.
59 days, 70 games later, your 4 top teams are
Crystallized.
Done.
KKR versus Sunrisers Hyderabad in the first qualifier
On Mangalwar.
on Mangal, followed by RR versus RCB in eliminator on
Budhwar.
On Budhwar.
And for the first time, if you look at 2023 compared to the 2024 points table, all the 4 teams are different.
Yeah.
Last
It's the
year-
first time it's ever happened in IPL history that the playoff teams have changed from season to season.
Totally. Last season it was GT, MI, CSK and LSG. This time all the R's. Kolkata Knight Riders, Rajasthan Royals, Sunrisers Hyderabad and Royal Challengers Bengaluru. So, it's gonna be big at this point. Jainja, why there are...
In fact, Jayanj has 2 questions and they're 2 very contrasting questions. So, let me just address it. He first asked why there are not 2 home grounds for MI, CSK and RCB, which is in itself a weird question. Then calls us 4 lads with zero knowledge of cricket. If you had so much knowledge of cricket, Jayant, then you'd be able to answer your first question as to why there are not 2 home grounds.
But then why did we even entertain them then?
No, sometimes it's nice to, smack them away verbally.
Okay. By the way, CSK did have another home ground.
No, he's talking about in Chennai and all.
No, but then why there are not two home grounds for Mumbai Indians, CSK and RCB?
Oh, he's
Just like
saying
Punjab
that
and
because
Rajasthan are traveling.
Delhi, let's say, played in two. There was
Delhi,
Visakhapatnam. Punjab played in two grounds this time
Yeah,
around.
but Chennai played in Pune.
Yeah, but that was also
That was due to
self-imposed.
that was
This
because of
season maybe he's asking.
the Kaveri protests that happened
Because they don't want another home ground.
Or
I
maybe
mean,
the
it's pretty
election
obvious.
schedule was not conflicting with these venue dates and everything.
Yeah.
And every franchise has had reasons why they've played,
You can
matches
include
at other
even
grounds
KKR.
as
KKR
well.
doesn't have another home ground.
No.
Oh, KKR.
Yeah,
Only
KKR can
in-
be added over there.
Yep.
Yes, very
A lot of teams who don't need another home ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's down to certain teams also wanted to expand their base in terms of popularity, where they have connections, where they know people. Let's say Rajasthan, I think, have an academy in Guwahati.
In Guwahati, yes.
In
they
Jaipur,
have.
you know that they've been running an academy for so many years. Also, obviously, it turns out to be the native place for the franchise, but they're just expanding their base.
And
Yep.
Punjab
Look at
plays in
Punjab.
Dharamshala, that's
Punjab is the same.
Punjab are at 3. Mullapur,
Mohali and
Mohali.
Dharamshala.
Yeah.
But in fact, Punjab had the entire footprint. Indore was one of their home venues. And if you look at Deccan Chargers, because they couldn't play in Hyderabad because of the Telangana protests in 2011-12, they had 3 home grounds. Nagpur, Cuttack and Diva Patil. So that is why. Playoff, Ashish Dhar is saying, playoffs washed out due to rain. Who will progress? KKR momentum impacted due to rain affected games. SRH favourites. 4th player was Swapnil Singh.
Double S.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Also, see, I don't disagree with the fact that KKR's playing momentum might have been affected. But I mean, this is still a team that have been winning games for fun. So I really don't think that it will affect them that much. Would they have rather played? Of course. But they're still the top team, and I don't think that they're going to be impacted and SRH are suddenly favourite like that.
Yep. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I think the match to look out for KKR was SRH. One is a title contender that I've put. KKR are looking as one of the favourites. But if Pat Cummins does it, man,
Captain Cummins.
Captain Patrick James Cummins.
Piyush Nandre says, considering weather in the upcoming World Cup, IPL should have been over by now. If you have 10 teams, you could have 2 games on Saturday and Sunday, but only Sunday has 2 games this time around. And that's cause I agree actually. This time around, there was only one Saturday where you had a double header. Otherwise, till last season, you had double headers. So it was Saturday,
Yes.
Sunday, which was guaranteed. And this time around, it was only one. And I do agree that, yeah, that has caused a bit of a, let's say, issue in that regard.
Yeah. Yes, Raj Gupta, good point. Raipur was also one of the home games for Delhi Daredevils.
How?
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah.
2015, I think they wanted to expand. I think it was a newly renovated Chhattisgarh Cricket Association, the ground that was there at Naya Raipur. They wanted to be one of the partners. And GMR, I think, has a
GMR,
tie-up
yes.
with
So,
the Swami Vivekananda Airport also.
Same reason why Visakhapatnam was because GMR Group is based out of there.
Yep. Mayank, Madan, anybody wants to take it? By the way, the Premier League season is over. And
This one is for you, Harshit.
I see that. Mayank
Manchester.
Madan says Rodri on fire, terrified, whatever.
hey, take the full, read it
But he
properly.
I see. I just want to address the last bit where he says Pep's greater than Sir Alex Ferguson. He says it's an absolute fact.
No, it's an opinion.
I say it is something that can be debated, but credit to Pep. I must also say credit to Pep because the 2 finals that Sir Alex Ferguson was up against, Pep Guardiola, Sir Alex Ferguson was outwitted, I must say. But to say that Pep Guardiola is an absolute best or greater than or better than Sir Alex Ferguson in Premier League context, I doubt. For Ferguson to win the Premier League, and in case somebody watches Premier League for let's say only the last decade or so, I can tell you, if you look at that squad, the 2013 squad that Manchester United had, and Ferguson won it with that squad, that's enough to say how that is, let's say in cricketing context, winning the IPL with the squad that CSK had last year. It was the equivalent of that.
No, but CSK had a good squad last year. What do you say?
No, Tushar Deshpande.
Yeah, but
look
they
at the-
finished second, Baba. They're not
look
a
at-
bad squad.
No, last year I'm saying.
Last year they finished second in
No,
the
they
table.
were
First.
They
They
won.
were
No,
first.
I don't know in the league stage.
I'm saying
Acha.
eventual winners. But look at that squad that you had.
no.
There were no hopers in that squad.
I'll give you a better example would be SRH because they were very reliant on like only 2-3 players.
SR
Perhaps.
16.
But again, the point being, you were looking at a team that had players who were in the twilight of their career. That was also an era where Sir Alex Ferguson operated. That was an era where money had very little role to play. The last signing which he made prior to retirement was a
CR7.
24 million signing of a Robin Van Persie.
Not CR7.
That was enough to seal the title back in the day. The only thing that goes against a Pep Guardiola is He's extremely demanding in terms of what talents that he wants, and he puts together those teams. That team that he inherited at Barcelona is a team of a lifetime to inherit.
Yeah, but not everyone is winning with that team.
Yes, not
everyone is winning
but
with that team.
That team was also successful till 2015.
Yep.
That team was also successful till 2015. The successors to Pep Guardiola may not have matched him toe-to-toe in terms of Champions League, but La Liga wasn't quite as big an issue.
But see, I will also debate one thing, and the fact is that in Sir Alex Ferguson's dominant years, I'm talking about the late 90s and whatnot, United had very much made the Premier League like what the Bundesliga is with Bayern.
Yeah.
Any team which had the best talent coming up, Fergie would give them a call and bring them
Right
over.
now,
It's not that simple.
exactly. Right now, there are a lot of clubs with a lot of money. But there are certain clubs with the enormous amount of money that they got to begin with. They've made such dynasties out of it that others are still not with order. Whatever infusion of money that they have now, it's not matching up.
But also, you have to remember that the Premier League now is so competitive that a team can ask for 80 odd million for one of their players, and you'll be like I remember Wilfred Zaha a few years back when he was playing for Crystal Palace. Palace were like, we'll not sell him for less than 80 million. I'm like, how talented do you think the guy is? No doubting the fact that he's a good player, but because they didn't need to sell him.
Yeah.
That's what made it even more, compelling, is that they had the money because they were consistently being in the Premier League and the broadcast money was so good. They didn't feel the need to sell him, and they could punch an exorbitant price onto him and then just say, you know what, you buy him if you want, but we're not compelled to sell. In the olden days, it was very different because a lot of these clubs were there and thereabouts. Again, you didn't really have that much competition. The only club you would not see tradings being done with really were Arsenal and United. Yeah. And even with Arsenal, they were like brief when it comes to their, challenge. Yeah. Because once 2003-04 came, they kind of fell off. Yeah. But anyway, that's a debate for another time.
My last question to you is Manchester blue?
Absolutely not. Yeah. They still have a lot of ground. See, this decade, there's only one team that's dominated. You have to accept that. But in the overall scheme of things, City still have a lot of ground to cover up.
Yep, they do. So,
let's see. Sunil says that RR will miss Butler, KKR 2 is going to miss Salt, and moreover, they're going to playoffs without testing a game without him. What do you think about that? See, that's okay, but there is enough batting there that even if you don't have Gurbaz fire, if you have Narayan get a few quick runs, I think there's enough batting that there won't be that much of an issue. I don't see it as being something that will disrupt. If they blame that on it being disruptive, then that's just poor. I'm sorry, you can't.
Yeah. Then
Chandra is asking you something.
There is one more SS, Suyash Sharma.
Oh yeah, he played this year, so he tends to slip on.
And Harshit versus Hyderabad
is a fierce battle. What's in Delhi water? All fight like anything.
It's just how they are, let's say.
I think last year it was
Kumar
Nitish Rana and
Ritik Shawki.
Both also Delhi lads.
Nitish
Nitish Rana saying some very choice words to him, which the broadcaster just at that moment happened to slow-mo.
Oh, I know. Seriously.
Beautiful.
So, Piyush Nandar's BCCI approached Gigi for head coach post true?
Yes,
it is.
It is.
They have approached him, whether or not
they've approached him. They've approached. I have heard, by the way, Ricky Ponting's also been approached. Justin Langer was touched.
Langer's already ruled himself out.
Stephen Fleming was the first one, in fact.
Yes. Because for 15 years he's been there in season.
Yeah, Langer has already said that he can't make a commitment as far as.
Can you imagine a 2003 World Cup winner, captain, and Ricky Ponting coaching an Indian team?
I would not want to, based on what he's done with Delhi Capitals. I don't want him coaching an Indian team. Sorry,
but I think if Touchwood, Kolkata Knight Riders win their third season, Gigi will be ahead very far in the race of Indian head coach.
But that depends on whether or not he wants to go. His stock may be higher, but would he want to go?
He just might go.
No, there's no guarantee. He'll not get the same power in a national team that he was getting in
I'll give you
the
an
franchise.
example. If we are looking at an overall post this World Cup, especially in T20I format, then why not?
The thing is, the BCCI might feel that Gigi is the right person for them. But does Gigi think that this is the next best step for him?
I don't think
He's just made the switch from one franchise to the other. He's let go of politics because he wanted to concentrate on cricket. He wanted to fulfill his cricketing duties. He's just taken up a new project. This is, by the way, a franchise which has multiple other sister franchises playing cricket all round. So there's a bigger role probably for him.
The director of cricket or something.
I'm not even looking at it monetarily. Monetarily, of course, it's a very lucrative job for Gautam Gambhir right now. And maybe the BCCI finds a way, like they did with Rahul Dravid. I think 10 crores is what is being paid.
Yeah, but with Rahul Dravid was also easier with them because he was already part of the system.
Yes.
He was the NCA coach. It was just a case of promoting him.
So, just throwing it out there, can't we have two coaches one for white ball.
They've already made it clear that
all Lakshman coaching the test side.
when
GG coaching.
Lakshman is very reluctant. He doesn't want to coach.
When Fleming was approached by the BCCI, it was made very clear to him that we are looking for somebody to take care of all three formats. We aren't looking at somebody who just wants to do T20s.
Until 2027 World Cup,
Yes.
all
practice
three formats.
up until
They
then.
are looking till the 2027 WTC final. So they're looking at a 3-year project.
So I doubt. I don't think. See, that's the thing. That's why I'm saying I know a lot of people will be excited at the prospect of Gambhir. Would he want to? As Justin Lange himself put it, it's the most demanding job in the world.
Yeah.
I doubt. That's why I think they're having problems. You know, the Indian cricket team right now is kind of like what Bayern Munich is being in the Bundesliga. They've had like multiple coaches reject them.
Yeah.
They just might.
Wizard who trade, who wants to take that?
Why do Dhoni and Kohli act like they own the IPL when they act like this is gully cricket? We've seen many legends playing the same league respectfully and decently, such as Sachin and ABD, now the likes of a Cummins, Head and Russell. I mean, see, Wizard, I get your point. I do get your point. It's well taken. But part of it is down to the fan culture that exists in this country. Sad reality is, if they are behaving like that, it is because fans give them a free pass to behave like that.
Yep. I think there was one super chat, Pawan, which you didn't take. I think it's there one. Yeah. Syed Idris from the UAE. Yeah. For all the trolling he's done to RCB, it was satisfying to see Sid's hidden frustration after RCB ousted his team from qualifying yesterday. But Syed,
He's already disowned his team.
I had already stated that RCB are going through, and they are going through with that. Many people here were saying that okay, maybe CSK will go through, RCB will win, but CSK will go through. From first hour itself of the show, I said no, RCB are going through. And the frustration came from the behavior of the fans. And today there are horror stories emerging from the Chinnaswamy.
Correct.
About the fan behavior that was there. There was rowdy behavior with children, with women who are wearing the CSK jersey also outside the Chinnaswamy. Drunk hooligans who are giving the fan base, already a maligned fan base, a bad name. So,
Meet Vagasya says, did Ara just peak at the wrong time? Because they peaked, then jumped off the cliff. Meet, correct. That's what you say about teams having to, find a momentum balance between when it is you hit your best form. With RR, they always start like a house on fire, and then the fire, unfortunately, fizzles out. Sarat Chandra once again is back, is saying, Shenza, please don't sell Cole Palmer. We have no intention of selling Cole Palmer or Cold Palmer, whatever it is you want to call him, and selling him. He's your forever star, I agree. If there's one decision which I think City will turn up regretting, why the hell did they sell that guy?
Yeah.
For 40 million.
Especially after the goal that he scored.
For 40 million, that's an absolute steal. I'm sorry, 40 million for Cole Palmer. When Chelsea overspent, they spent like 100 mil on Enzo Fernandez, 100 mil on Moises Caicedo, 100 mil on Mikhailo Mudryk. You got 40 mil Cole Palmer and that guy's been a star. I agree. Cucurella also excellent. Yeah, he's been excellent ever since Pochettino kind of inverted his role, told him to push into midfield. So he's also been good. 6th place, fingers crossed, please bottle it to City. Please do us a favor.
okay, so
That's it.
Call it a night.
Group stages done and dusted.
59 days later. Yep. So tomorrow the dugout makes a return.
We'll be wrapping up the whole league stage.
After
We'll be
what,
looking
2
back.
months?
2 months. On 68th day tomorrow.
2 months, exact 2 months.
So we did do, but again, it wasn't dugout timing. The time that you got the Indian team.
That wasn't dugout time. It was like
But it
4
wasn't
4:30.
dugout.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
will be joining.
at our old time of 6:15, the dugout returns, and we are going to dissect
A look back at the whole league stage.
The group
who
stages.
performed,
and
who
also
flopped.
looking ahead to the playoffs.
Yeah.
We are only left with 4 games in the IPL of 2024. So it's been a frustrating night yet again. Yes, the day game, first time a total was chased in excess of 200 in Hyderabad. So kudos to Sunrisers Hyderabad for getting 2 chances now. And RR, you have only yourselves to blame when you take on Royal Challengers Bengaluru in the Battle Royal Eliminator. So from me, Saransh, Harshit and Shane, 2 rather frustrated Kolkata Knight Riders
Like to
fans.
see a game, but okay.
Yeah.
But
So
table toppers, congratulations to the two of you.
congratulations. First time you finished top of the table.
Yeah.
So bye-bye, good night. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. We are also on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Show some love there also. Bye-bye.